about as they look to cause what would surely be the biggest upset in the history of this competition. Brian Mate is alongside me. He'll talk you through the formation.
It's a formation that looks very solid for Sundowns. Of course, they've made the changes. The leadership of Libusa is going to be key in that defense. There's also Obas who pulls the strings. There is no Mokwena, and then you look at Mukitimi leading that front line, and there's only Fant in that defense. Look out for Molete, the influence as well in that midfield. They're saying they are going to play their exciting football.
Last season's beaten finalists, the Mamelodi Sundowns, begin their Nedbank Cup campaign against the minnows of the ABC Motsepe League. Sibanye Golden Stars are the visitors to Loftus Versfeld as the Nedbank Cup gets underway for the top flight teams, the teams in the PSL and in the Motsepe Foundation Championship. A very good afternoon to you from Loftus Versfeld, or should I say good evening, whichever you prefer. Loftus Versfeld is the venue this afternoon as Mamelodi Sundowns begin their campaign in this season's Nedbank Cup. It's a classic, or be the cliched billing of a David versus Goliath encounter here, and certainly the gulf in terms of experience, quality, and the resources is as big as it gets, as the miners from the Free State here look to come and make a little bit of history and cause what would arguably be the biggest upset in the history of this competition, which I dare say has seen plenty of shock results in the past. But I think you have to go a long way to find a bookie that will give you great odds on anything but a Mamelodi Sundowns win here this afternoon. As you wait referees to come out, Brian Mate is alongside me for this one. Brian Mate, there's always a special occasion for the teams from the lower division. Gives them an opportunity really to do something special and actually showcase their talent in front of a live television audience.
Well, it is always an opportunity for them to come out and showcase their ability. The scouts and the very teams that they are playing against will be watching them. One or two of them are likely to be signed. We've seen that with a lot of clubs. Pirates have benefited from that. And of course, when you look at a Mamelodi Sundowns team, you've mentioned wholesale changes that have made. Does it make any difference? So much resources. Musa Libus, of course, experience in that centre-back pairing. Ronin Williams. It is a front line that is led by Sales, supported, of course, by the likes of Malubongwe Koza. There is Terence Masheku. It's a very strong Sundowns side that you can look forward to.
Indeed, it's the only type of Sundown side you find is a strong one, despite all the changes that have been made, and it's a whole host of them, no less than 10 changes made to the lineup of the team that played against Makesi, that beat Makesi midweek. Ronwen Williams returns in goal and plays to captain the side, and comes in place of the Onyango, that is, and the only survivor from midweek is Malibongwe Koza. So otherwise it's all change with the new attack, a new midfield, and even a new defense. Yes, the Golden Stars, of course, Sibanye Golden Stars from the ABC Motsepe League. Well, they're led by Captain Mudiwa Mulite, who plays in the heart of midfield. Our referee, Mr. Kola Sitela, assisted by Messrs. Khapula and Matlong Akona Makalima. Shiref is our fourth official this afternoon. It's been a blazing hot afternoon in the nation's capital, but there will be much relief for these two sides at the kickoff. Is that in a later kickoff, and as you can see, this the most of well, you will see in a moment, most of the pitch is actually in the shade. Which will make things much cooler. Well, let's have a look at what all those changes means in terms of the approach from Mamelodi Sundowns and their formation.
Well, Sundowns, of course, you have Rodin Williams leading that last line of defense, the experience of Libusa. You have Obas who will get into that midfield from time to time to make things happen. But you also have Oliphant, there is Meko, and you look at Mukitimi leading that front line, of course, for Sibanye.
The two captains then is Mudiwa Molite for the visitors there in your picture, and Ronan Williams returns to lead the side. Yes, they will have the toss done here, and it looks like it'll be the visitors that have won the toss, and they've decided they will play from right to left. There is Miguel Cardoso, like his opposite number, leading. In fact, unlike his opposite number, he's leading his side in the Nedbank Cup for the first time. There he is, Motsitse Mwaluri, the coach of the side, a man who's been with the club since 2013, when he was a player himself, and played for the same side, was actually part of a squad that won the league in their division, and went to the playoffs but missed out in the playoffs. So there they are, the much changed Sundowns lineup, saluting. Well, it's not a big turnout, it's got to be said. Most of them are congregated in the main stand just below our commentary position here. It looks like it will be the home side, Mamelodi Sundowns, that will get us underway here. And here we go then. It is last season's beaten finalist, Mamelodi Sundowns, 5-time winners of this competition in the PSL era, that are attacking the goals to the left and right of your left to right of your picture. Of course, they are in the visitors are in all white this afternoon. It's a real opportunity here for the miners, and it really wouldn't be derogatory at all or unkind to refer to them as gold diggers, because they are mostly employees of the Sibanye gold mine out in Virginia, and so here they're going in search of the ultimate gold in terms of their chosen sport here. So it's a group of amateurs here that are having a go against one of Africa's biggest clubs. Certainly South Africa's, the giants of South African football are Mamelodi Sundowns in recent times. Certainly in the PSL era, they have been the kings of the PSL of Mamelodi Sundowns. So the golfing class is, as I've already mentioned, it's massive. And but there's an opportunity to make a name for themselves here for the Free Staters as Matthews puts in the first corner. Then we have the first goal of the game. It didn't take long. Malibongwe Khoza gets his only second goal of the season in all competitions. His first Nedbank Cup goal, and it's taken only 2 minutes, Brian Mate. More than a minute and 30 seconds, really.
That's stamping your authority, registering your presence to the miners themselves, as you mentioned earlier on. And for him, as a young man, making inroads into the Sundowns squad, a consistent performance. He uses the advantage that he's got. Height doesn't disappoint. Good technique. Look at how he gets up and keep it down. It's a good start, good delivery. And in swing, it's always tricky for defenders to clear, but easy for the attacker to convert. And that's exactly what they've done.
Could get worse. Well, you start to get a sense of deja vu now. When Sundowns open the scoring so early, one is reminded of an encounter at the same stage of the same competition back in 2011 when Mamelodi Sundowns put 24 goals past a hapless Powerline side, also a group of amateurs from the Northern Cape, on a blistering hot afternoon in Kimberley when it rained goals. I believe we were together for that one, Brian Mate.
Yes, we were.
All those years ago.
We were part of that history that had Kampokekan. I think he's got 6.
He's got 7 in that. That's why he's ranked amongst the top goal scorers in this competition for Sundowns. Most of his goals that he scored in this competition came in one competition, or at least in one match. So, well, immediately Sundowns have made their intentions clear. And it was a fairly, I think Sibanye Golden Stars will be very disappointed with how they dealt with that one from a defensive point of view. It was the easiest header that Malibongwe Khoza will have. Was unchallenged and suitably punished. So this could get pretty ugly. Zuko Mtunyela down the right-hand side here of attack. Well, playing as a wing back. One of the 10 changes made by Mamelodi Sundowns to their starting lineup. Musa Lebusa, who's from the same part of the world as the opposition this afternoon, Welcome. Although some people, well, they're very clear that there is a distinction between Virginia and Welcome. Virginia, very much the mining town. So, what can the Golden Stars come up with here? It's looking promising here now. Arguably their first foray into Sundowns territory. And the referee gives a foul. It was the referee, Mr. Ola Stella, delayed his call. And then he's given the slightest touch there, and Mpolo decides to go down. Sogolo Mpolo, the attacking, well, shall we call him? He also plays as a right back, likes to bomb forward. Sogolo Mpolo. It's a free kick. Maybe a chance for them also to test Ron Williams away easily by Keegan Johannes. Now, Matthews. The cutback. Silas looking to challenge for that one. They get it away to the Golden Stars. Matthews will come away with it though. Silas beautifully done with a reverse pass there. Matthews. And they can get it away and try and clear their areas now with Atenkosi Pauti. Bullish coach Mulalohi there, who was talking, he came out with fighting talk in his pre-match interview, Brian Mate, promising to go in hard on Sundowns.
That's the game plan, to say we're going to try and kick them to pieces. We know that they've got too many fixtures and a lot of players want to continue playing. And Sundowns might have had a sneak review of that statement, and they registered their presence pretty early and got that goal to settle themselves down and unsettle, of course, the visitors.
Certainly hope that he was just being facetious and talking about kicking them, because that's not what you want to see. It's not in the spirit of the game. By all means, go in hard, be competitive, but keep it clean.
Let me let you into the secret. It has been part of our game plan when I was playing. And settle them. The first tackle you get hard, whether it's a foul or not, you register your presence.
And I think that's generally how it happens
that's
all
what
over the world.
Yes.
When you play against teams from the lower leagues, they will certainly know you're in for a fight. They'll rough you up a bit. They have to intimidate you in some way.
Yeah.
But thus far, it looks like well, the tone has been set. You expect Sundowns will have most of the ball, and the Golden Stars are going to have to do with very little, operate with very little of the ball, and try and pounce whenever the opportunities present themselves. But you expect it to be a game that is largely one-sided as far as possession is concerned. Corner as Oliphant going in there, centre back, Mandla Oliphant.
Good tackle, tricky one to do. You've got to get it right. It's in the box. Got their first toe, poked it out. Good for the confidence up against Salas.
Well, can they defend this one a bit better than they did the first one? There's now Maema. Another one from the Free State, of course, now Maema from Bloemfontein, and almost a carbon copy of or a mirror image of the opening goal. This time it was Johannes.
They've got the height, the delivery is inviting, in swing, not the best connection.
The keeper there is struggling. Velile Angase did not is not reading these ones very well. He was nowhere near it.
Yeah, I think his movement is also restricted, and it comes with experience in terms of organizing the defense. It's not easy to come out, and he's struggling, as you're saying, to dominate his area.
It could be a long afternoon for Velile Kakase. Slip there, unfortunate for Ntokozo Maketa, and then ends up fouling his man. And it seems like he's come off the worst for wear. Matusi Aubas back in starting lineup for the first time since the Champions League game, where he was also red carded. There you go, trying to recover the ball, and just misjudged it, as well as Aubas intercepted or stepped in to take the ball away, and both players are down. I think it was shin on shin there.
Yeah, it was. But then again, just to share a bit of insight for the viewers, it looks a bit slippery, yes, because they watered the pitch twice. So the players came out, did the warm-up, they watered the pitch earlier on, and as they went back into the dressing rooms, they also watered the pitch. So I think it's part of the tactic to try and unsettle the opponent, and a lot of these players, of course, not being exposed to this kind of slippery or wet pitch. I know at some point then Malesela, when he was a coach, he complained with this sort of tactic. He's playing against Sundowns.
A bit of a worry here now for Miguel Cardoso. I can tell you that Aubas is limping off the field. He's walking off the field on the far side, but at least he is walking, which will be encouraging. Referee Sitela will book, I expect Ntokozo Maketa to be booked. There he is. First caution of the game. Couldn't avoid that one.
Puts him under pressure based on the role that he's playing. Ntokozo Maketa.
absolutely. We'll have to. He's in the heart of that midfield. He's an attacking player, but of course you're going to have to do a fair bit of defending when you're playing against Sundowns. So he will have to be very careful henceforth. The last thing that Sibanye Golden Stars will need is to go a man down. I mean, the task in front of him is already a mammoth one. Johannes, by the way, making his domestic debut for Mamelodi Sundowns. So he's made an appearance in the CAF Champions League, but yet to make his an appearance in domestic competition. This is a first for him, for Keegan Johannes, a former SuperSport United man. Actually did feature in look at this. Now could be a chance here for a second. Keeper does well this time to cut it out, as Sales was waiting for the cutback there, or the square ball from Terence Mashiru.
That's good goalkeeping by Shankase. Of course, I don't think Mashiru looked up. Should have chipped it for Sales. That's excellent goalkeeping. Took a bit of a chance there because they could have chipped it over by him, but timed it quite well.
There he is, Velile Shankase.
I mentioned the conditions. Slippery conditions, 50-50 situations, possibilities of some serious injuries. Hope it's not. This man.
Referee, I think, is toiling them to calm down now. A couple of loose challenges. I think this is them now trying to impose themselves. They're Olifant going in hard, going in and reckless as well there. That's a bad challenge on Neo Maema by Mandla Olifant, and I think he's been given a talking to there just to cool it. My referee, Ola Sitela. So, chance from a set piece. It's a long way out. See what routine they work as. Made a bit of a mess of that one. Did Sundowns, and now have some defending to do here. What can Golden Stars come up with? Mukati on the ball, and they've lost possession. It was a really disappointing set piece from Sundowns. Not sure what Malibongwe Kwaza was trying to do with that one. Sundowns have a fairly strong record against lower league opposition. Only twice have they lost in the 29 matches they've played against teams from the lower leagues. Only twice have they been on the losing side. And you have to go quite a few years back to the last time that happened. It's really a chance here for number 2, easy as you like. Almost walks it into the net. That's Tashrika Matthews. 2-0 it is. Could be in for a large score here this afternoon. Too easy.
Well, too easy. Tashrik Morris, Matthews. So erratic. The ball, the time to play themselves out of the situation. The marking, the concentration, not so sharp, and they get punished. Swift passing there. You look at the finishing, clash from the Mamelodi Sundowns. Tashrik Morris, they made it easy, looked so easy, but it was well worked and punishing mistakes.
It was a wonderful pass, slipped through to him.
Good touch, good finishing as well.
It's a brilliant pass. Could get worse here now for now. 2-0 it is. All the way back then to, I'm sure if there's something that the Golden Stars players would have spoken about is that, guys, whatever happens, we are not conceding 24 goals.
I think they were playing out the instructions of the coach. They kicked them. They did that, but forgot the duty.
We've seen them going in
I think
hard.
they were going hard. In the first 5 minutes, they were going pretty hard, and they got punished. And now, if you look at how they're defending, I'm looking at about 6 players defending against 4.
Yeah, they're gonna. As I said, it would not surprise me, as Ron Williams very nearly got caught there. Saw him make a few mistakes actually in the Club Champions League in their most recent game against Rabat. Duniela. And just unfortunate there. Almost slipping a pass through the Butano Lethaku. It was Lethaku, by the way, with the assist for Matthew's goal. A beautiful pass that he slipped through there. Duniela is going to spend most of his afternoon playing as like as a right winger rather than a fullback. Intercepted there by Mashiro, but can he get over the halfway line here? Golden Stars, that's a great ball, not a bad ball at all, but he was offside. Far side assistant, Mr. Jimmy Kapola, that is flag up as Mukitimi just went a little bit too soon there.
Yeah, he did.
One of the more experienced members of this squad, 34 years old, is Mafanyani Mukitimi.
Good physique, point of reference for the team. He's up against Koza, who seems to have settled into that defense.
Now, Musa Dibusa. Well, I mentioned this is the entry point for Mamelodi Sundowns. This is the first match for them in this competition. Dibusa is going to earn himself a yellow here for that challenge. Looks like he's got a big chunk of it there, did Musa Dibusa, and he's a needless yellow card here for Musa Dibusa. Discipline has let Sundowns down badly this season. Even in their last game, of course, they had a man sent off, Devine Lunga. Lucas Ribeiro Costa, of course, is also out suspended for this one. But discipline really has let them down. You see, Musa Dibusa lost the ball.
Yeah, he lost the ball, put under pressure, reacted. And that's why he gets booked. Puts him under pressure, as you say, and it's been all about discipline, and there was no need.
And back on his feet, Mujalefa Mukhatla. Mukhatla is one of those, because a number of the players in the squad actually do work in the mine in various roles as artisans, including the coach himself.
That's good. There's a career, both sides.
Definitely not one for the faint-hearted going underground. And the coach was telling me, no, when I say they work for the mine, I'm not talking about office jobs. These are men that wake up at the crack of dawn to start their shifts, and then they end the day on the training ground playing football. So we got a couple of hard men out there. Tough men out there.
So true. Inspiring, of course, if you look at the bigger picture of it. Still sporty and stand a chance to make something out of the football career, but also they have a job.
One of the things about the mines is they've always traditionally had good sports programs.
Yep, they do.
More famous, really, the mines for their runners, like marathon runners and track athletes. If you think back to in fact, I think back when I talk of Virginia, the great Chakile Mande, who was a former 200-meter record holder who played for Bloemfontein Celtic.
Yes.
He was one of those people who worked on the mines. In fact, he was in his after he hung up his spikes. He used to work as a sports administrator out on the mines there.
You remember Brendan Silent?
Yeah.
Met the brother, also part of the mines.
There you go. Yeah, so very, very good sports programs built. I mean, this mine, the Orkney Stadium that was, I guess, became infamous for that tragedy, Orkney disaster in the game between Chiefs and Pirates.
Don't remind me of that. I was part of that.
Oh my goodness, yes. Of course, that was also a mine. Stadium built by the mining company in Orkney.
It's named after that James Mutlati now, who's a
former unionist.
Former unionist.
From the National Union of Mine Workers. So yeah, they've done their fair bit for sport over the years of the mines. Tashrik Matthews on the score sheet.
They've come here for entertainment, the Sundowns fans, and yes, so far been entertained. 2-0 up. I'm sure they want more.
Oh, there will be more, no doubt. Certainly the way the game has gone, there will be more. Free kick was the way then of Sibanye Golden Stars. Right here to Mohaudze Teta. Four players in the starting lineup that actually do work on the ground in the mines. On the bench, they do have a 16-year-old who, needless to say, doesn't work on the mine.
I was about to say that.
He's a schoolboy, still in grade 10. Aubas.
He can work in the mine, he's Aubas.
Johannes.
They're trying to keep it 5 at the back, Sibanye. It's an easy day at work for Ronin Williams. Has the luxury of just even getting out of his 18 area.
Fraude on Sales. Just Mojali Famukhatla there mistiming the challenge.
And again, Sales invited double. That's not the best first touch from him.
Sales. Space and time there for Mashiro down that right hand side. Aubas. Mamelodi Sundowns match against Magesi in midweek was the first domestic match of the year. They've been really busy with their campaign, and which has involved a lot of travel, and in very quick succession as keeper came and looked less than convincing against the big man Salis, and he's come off the worst for wear there.
Big man he was up against, Salis. Got it 50-50 with that aerial battle. Had to be brave, had to come out, had to show what happened, and the collision there, but he's the guilty party.
Yeah, I think
that's out.
The keeper was late again.
Yeah, he was, and I think as he landed, he twisted as well, and that affected the ankle.
Well, the youngster there on the right, wearing number 25, you can see both of them are youngsters actually. That one is Tapelo Medi. Midi is a 16-year-old, a schoolboy. He's actually the son of the team manager, Mr. Pete Medi.
It's a dream appearance for him.
Oh no, if he gets
Young as
to
he
the...
is, yeah.
Can you imagine the stories he'll be telling at school? Well, actually, you won't have to tell any stories. It'll be like, did you see me on TV? Yeah.
First things first.
No, it will be quite something special if he does get on the field. Now, Matthews asking Mashiro to do a bit of running. The keeper is committed. Had to get it right, and he does.
Someone needs to give the young man the team sheet as well as a souvenir. Get both of them, the Sundowns one and this one, and that should actually inspire him to go further as we see this battle that will continue. That's a move which I think the goalkeeper does well to come out.
That's a bit of a learning session for him here. He's made a couple of errors, including one for the opening goal. I think for the second goal, I mean, his defense really did leave him a bit exposed there.
We're not giving instructions, putting the captain's armband, and communication with his defense. Of course, they've got to try and venture out, attack. You're trailing 2-0. I mean, there's no need to sit back.
Well, listen, as I said, I'm sure the conversation must have been had by the Sibanye Golden Stars that chaps, we're not going to concede 24 goals by now. Hang on here, Salis pulls it wide. Half an hour into this game. Well, against... let's have a look at this again, Brian.
Improvising. It's a pass. Found it. He had time. I think the first touch let him down because he needed to touch it twice before he actually pulled the trigger. And not sharp enough.
After half an hour, and at this point of the game against Power Lines, Sundowns were already 6-0 up. And Hlompo Kekana already had a hat-trick at this point of the game against Power Lines. So, no shame at all.
No.
Amongst those that also helped them to a fair share to their goals, Nyasha Moshekwi. Remember him, he got 6.
He was on fire.
So it was a massacre, the likes of which I doubt we're likely to see anytime soon. As I said, I think Hlopake ended up with 7 in that one. hat-trick, a career hat-trick. Never mind hat-trick. I've scored 7 in 1 goal. You can say that's a story he can tell to his kids and his grandkids one day. Shompo Gegan.
Well, he now gets to sit in the presidential suite as per invitation. He's one of the legends of Mamelodi Sundowns, Shompo Gegan.
Sundowns winners of this trophy. The last time they lifted it was 2022, and of course beaten in dramatic fashion at the Mbombela Stadium last year by Orlando Pirates.
Was that young man again?
King scoring late on in that game to break Sundowns' hearts. That's going to be a it's been coming for Oliphant, the yellow card. I think he has been a little too aggressive, taking the coach's message too literally. I think
too literally. You're absolutely right.
Oh,
and you look at it,
challenge.
It's a bad challenge. I mean, the fact that he said it to say we are going to go hard on them because we know they are going to be scared because they've got lots of football to be played. It's a trick in the book that used to be applied then, but you look at it, you say it's needless. You don't have to because there was no danger there. You just guide the player. You can't get desperate like that.
Yeah, this is getting out of hand. I think the ref is going to have to lay down the law there. Although he has been stern with him, he spoke earlier, and you can see he's still giving him a talking to. He's the captain, and he needs to do better. In fact, I think he's talking to the Oliphant was booked. He's just talking to the captain to tell his players to cool it. Because it's threatening, it could get out of hand here. At this rate, I will be very surprised if Golden Stars finish the match with a full complement of players. It's a set-piece opportunity for Sundowns. Try and add a third before the break here. Still got 10 minutes of the first half to go. Going deep here. Corner.
Gone for safety. And he had cause on that far side. I think they were trying to find him.
It's another corner, another set piece, maybe another opportunity for Koza to latch on to something. It's Maema again that delivers. That's not the best this time. Easily dealt with on the near post. Ongase with a bit more work to do. Slips does Maema as he gets that one away. Keeper very unconvincing against the high ball or under the high ball. Punyelwa. And Ronwen Williams finally gets a touch of the ball. He's been largely a spectator in this first half.
I actually like how he keeps himself busy. He moves with the ball as it goes forward. Goes as far as almost center line.
He gets involved, yeah. He does come a long way out of his box. Adds himself, adds numbers as they build up. You look at him here. Definitely very comfortable with the ball at feet.
Goalkeeper is the player too. I mean, these days goalkeepers are used to add the numbers when we attack. Gone are the days of just route one, and these days you pass as a keeper, become part of the counter-attack.
Sundowns, who has mentioned they have won this competition on 6 occasions. in the PSL era, and had another 2 in the years before the PSL and the NSL years, when it was they won it as Mainstay Cup in 1996 under the late Stan Skrima Chabalala. May his soul rest in peace. They won it as well, and it was known as the Bob Save Super Bowl in 1989, beating Moroka Swallows. Did win it as well, of course, in that this runs away to the keeper. They won it in that COVID year, in lockdown. And Pito Musimani. Good defensive work as well from Alibongwe Kwaza there. Just getting between the man and the ball and just shepherding it behind to Ronan Williams. All the way to Ronan Williams.
I overheard some youngsters talking about him. These are youngsters that are pretty knowledgeable in terms of football, equating him to Van Dijk in terms of his style and composure, and how he's very comfortable, good vision.
He is very good, very impressive for his age. Just 20 years old, turns 21 later this year, but he plays with the composure of a seasoned veteran in defense. Last season he was playing Diski Challenge football and was snapped up into the first team, and he really does look like a bright star for the future. He's already shining in the here and now. And but yeah, he's a bright prospect for Mamelodi Sundowns. Homegrown talent. Also happens to be from Mamelodi, just for good measure. So he can follow in the line, in the footsteps of Mamelodi centre-backs like Mamelodi born centre-backs for Sundowns, like the late Joas Flupi.
Yeah.
Marolero.
I was about to say that. Similarities in terms of how he plays.
Flupi Marolero is a big man.
Yeah.
Big frame of a man. Could be a chance here. Nice feet there from Butrano Letaku, but couldn't get it under control. But they still got this one in attack. Mashiro. Good defending from Mandla Olifant this time, keeping it tidy and clean. Half-time approaching. Mamelodi Sundowns comfortably ahead in this one. Could have been more perhaps than the 2 they've scored. Oh, here's one more. Matthews helps himself to 2, punishes a mistake.
Talk about suicide.
Yeah.
That is so suicidal. You are training and you want to just come out of your area in that sort of way. It's not going to work. You're up against a team. This is a serial winners in terms of the approach. Look at this. Was he even looking where he was passing the ball? Velile.
Yeah, no,
that was suicidal. Got punished for such mistakes.
Why are you attempting to play out the back against the masters of playing the ball out the back and the masters of counter-pressing? And yeah, they just lured them there. And 3-0, just like that. Yeah, a little bit too easy. Silas. Matthews on a hat-trick now. Oh, got it through to Silas, but heavy first touch. Confirming the score, a brace then for Tashrik Matthews, taking his tally to 4 for the season. And this is his 10th appearance in all competitions, all domestic competitions. Of course, he was out with a long injury spell. Oh, what happened there?
Was there any contact?
Oh, man, just no, there was no contact. He just went down, and that's why the referee immediately stopped play, because the man just went down on his own.
I hope he's not too serious. Is he not choking? I hope he's not choking.
Well, it does look like there's some concern there. There is a team doctor with him. Have a look at what happens here. The ball doesn't even get to him. He's already going down.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Like I say, I hope it's not anything serious.
Oh, he's on his feet. Good news. He's on his feet. I don't know what happened there. That was a little scary. I don't know what happened there. Seemed like he's choking.
It looks like it. Looks like it.
By the way, the man attending to him there is the team medic, Daniel Mukhati. That was a slightly scary moment there, Maketa. Well, he's on his feet. Then that's good news, is that and there doesn't seem to be too much concern, even from the medics. But great stuff there from the referee. He spotted that very quickly. The referee spotted that very quickly and stopped play. Good work from Mr. Ola Sitela. By the way, I was once told Mr. Sitela is medically trained. So I just need to confirm that. But I do seem to remember once someone telling me that the referee here, Mr. Sitela, is actually medically trained.
Becomes more than just a referee. Becomes an asset. You know, to the game while he's officiating.
I'm sure there's somebody who is listening in who will confirm my suspicion. Yeah, apparently I was told he was actually that he's a medical doctor. Johannes is giving it away.
Also trying to think there was a team as well during the Nedbank Cup, the previous one.
Milford FC.
Milford, yes.
Yeah, the coach was who also was the club's own chairman
and a doctor,
and was doubled up as a coach. He is a medical doctor. Milford FC, of course, are the team that famously knocked Kaizer Chiefs out of the Nedbank Cup 2 seasons ago. So yeah, this is a competition
this is a trophy that has got surprises.
It does produce shocks,
and it's the big guns. Your Pirates as well went through that.
Haven't had any upsets yet in the matches that we have had played. We had Marumo Gallants get past Cali's last night. But for the most part, today's matches are teams that have pitted the lower league teams against each other. Unfortunately, it means they're going to knock each other out. Tomorrow, we have Kaizer Chiefs facing lower league opposition as well. A match side free agents. Ntunyelwa brings it under control. Minimum 2 minutes is the indication from fourth official, Ms. Makalima. Already through to the draw for the last 16. Durban City, Cape Town Spurs, Baroka, Chippa United and Marumo Gallants, and barring a miracle, you would say Mamelodi Sundowns. I know this is football, stranger things have happened, but I've got to say that is getting in the realm of miracles. Mashiro Solis was waiting. Great interception there. Great interception to cut it out. Mohau Teta. You can see Sales was waiting for the ball to get to him.
But I'm thinking maybe he should have gone closer. He's going
Attacking.
wide. He's waiting. You know, he's waiting. And he should be attacking the ball, because if you look at the defenders, not even paying attention to where he is, and this is when you actually sneak in. He was just waiting. And these are the sort of games where if you get a goal, it's good for the confidence as a striker.
That'll do it for the first half. Then it says match referee. And well, I wonder what Mr. Mulaluri there will be saying to his players after that first half. As a Free State homeboy of his, Steve Kompela, of course, from Kronstadt, not too far from Virginia, where the Sibanye Golden Stars hail from. Tashrik Matthews with 2 goals in that first half, and well, Brian Mate, is no surprises how things have gone in the first half. Sundowns dominant.
Not at all. Footballing lesson for a team first half, and that's exactly what happened. Scored early, continued to dominate possession and continued to score. So lots of work to be done in the second half.
The Free Staters as Matthews puts in the first corner, and we have the first goal of the game. It didn't take long. Manibongwa Koza gets his only second goal of the season in all competitions. His first Nedbank Cup goal, and it's taken only 2 minutes. Brian Mate. 1 minute and 30. The Free Staters as Matthews puts in the first corner, and we have the first goal of the game. It didn't take long. Manibongwa Koza gets his only second goal of the season in all competitions. His first Nedbank Cup goal, and it's taken only 2 minutes. Brian Mate. 1 minute and 30. The Free Staters as Matthews puts in the first corner, and we have the first goal of the game. It didn't take long. Manibongwa Koza gets his only second goal of the season in all competitions. His first Nedbank Cup goal, and it's taken only 2 minutes. Brian Mate. 1 minute and 30. Puts in the first corner, and we have the first goal of the game. It didn't take long. Manibongwa Koza gets his only second goal of the season. Puts in the first corner, and we have the first goal of the game. It didn't take long. Manibongwa Koza gets his only second goal of the season. The Free Staters as Matthews puts in the first corner, and we have the first goal of the game. It didn't take long. Manibongwa Koza the Free Staters as Matthews puts in the first corner, and we have the first goal of the game. It didn't take long. Manibongwa Khoza puts in the first corner, and we have the first goal of the game. It didn't take. Puts in the first corner, and we have the first goal of the game. It didn't take. Side. And you have to go quite a few years back to the last time that happened. It's really a chance here for number 2, easy as you like. Almost walks it into the net. That's Tasrika Matthews. 2-0 it is. Could be in for a large score here this afternoon. Too easy. Side. And you have to go quite a few years back to the last time that happened. It's really a chance here for number 2, easy as you like. Almost walks it into the net. That's Tasrika Matthews. 2-0 it is. Could be in for a large score here this afternoon. Too easy. Side. And you have to go quite a few years back to the last time that happened. It's really a chance here for number 2, easy as you like. Almost walks it into the net. That's Tasrika Matthews. 2-0 it is. Side. And you have to go quite a few years back to the last time that happened. It's really a chance here for number 2, easy as you like. Almost walks it into the net. That's Tasrika Matthews. Years back to the last time that happened. It's really a chance here for number 2, easy as you like. Almost walks it into the net. That's Tasrika Matthews. It into the net. That's Tasrika Matthews. The last time that happened. It's really a chance here for number 2, easy as you like. Almost walks it into the net. That's the last time that happened. It's really a chance here for number 2, easy as you like. Almost walks it into the net. That's could have been more perhaps than the 2 they've scored. Oh, here's one more. Matthews helps himself to 2, punishes a mistake. Could have been more perhaps than the 2 they've scored. Oh, here's one more. Matthews helps himself to 2, punishes a mistake. Could have been more perhaps than the 2 they've scored. Oh, here's one more. Matthews helps himself to 2, punishes a mistake. Could have been more perhaps than the 2 they've scored. Oh, here's one more. Matthews helps himself to 2, punishes a mistake. Ahead in this one. Could have been more perhaps than the 2 they've scored. Oh, here's one more. Matthews helps himself to 2, punishes ahead in this one. Could have been more perhaps than the 2 they've scored. Oh, here's one more. Matthews helps himself to 2, punishes a mistake. They've scored. Oh, here's one more. Matthews helps himself to 2, punishes a mistake. Matthews helps himself to 2, punishes a mistake. Another one from the Free State, of course, now Mahema from Bloemfontein, and almost a carbon copy of or a mirror image of the opening goal. This time it was Johannes. Another one from the Free State, of course, now Mahema from Bloemfontein, and almost a carbon copy of or a mirror image of the opening goal. This time it was Johannes. Another one from the Free State, of course, now Mahema from Bloemfontein, and almost a carbon copy of or a mirror image of the opening goal. This time it was Johannes. Copy of or a mirror image of the opening goal. This time it was Johannes. Copy of or a mirror image of the opening goal. This time it was Johannes. Feature in look at this. Now could be a chance here for a second. Keeper does well this time to cut it out as a feature in. Look at this. Now could be a chance here for a second. Keeper does well this time to cut it out as a feature in. Look at this. Now could be a chance here for a second. Keeper does well this time to cut it out as a chance here for a second. Keeper does well this time to cut it out as. Now could be a chance here for a second. Now could be a chance here for a second of the year. They've been really busy with their campaign and which has involved a lot of travel and in very quick succession as keeper came and looked less than convincing against the big man Salis, and he's come off the worst for wear of the year. They've been really busy with their campaign and which has involved a lot of travel and in very quick succession as keeper came and of the year. They've been really busy with their campaign and which has involved a lot of travel and in very quick succession as keeper came and looked less than convincing and in very quick succession as keeper came and looked less in very quick succession as keeper in very quick succession as keeper and in very quick succession as well, listen, as I said, I'm sure the conversation must have been had by the Sibanye Golden Stars that chaps, we're not going to concede 24 goals by now. Hang on here, Salis pulls it wide. Half an hour into this game. Well, listen, as I said, I'm sure the conversation must have been had by the Sibanye Golden Stars that chaps, we're not going to concede 24 goals by now. Hang on here, Salis pulls it wide. Half an hour into this game, conversation must have been had by the Sibanye Golden Stars that chaps, we're not going to concede 24 goals by now. Hang on here, Salis pulls it wide. Half an hour into this game, had by the Sibanye Golden Stars that chaps, we're not going to concede 24 goals by now. Hang on here, Salis pulls it wide. Golden Stars that chaps, we're not going to concede 24 goals by now. Hang on here, Salis pulls it wide. Golden Stars that chaps, we're not going to concede 24 goals by now. Hang on here, Salis pulls it wide. Half an hour into Stars that chaps, we're not going to concede 24 goals by now. Hang on here, Salis pulls it wide. Stars that chaps, we're not going to concede 24 goals by now. Hang on here, Salis pulls it wide. Welcome back to Loftus Asphalt as the floodlights now illuminating this arena as Mamelodi Sundowns and Sibanye Golden Stars prepare to resume hostilities in the second half. And hostilities or hostile is how you can describe the approach from the visitors here. Sibanye Golden Stars, who are playing 2 divisions below Mamelodi Sundowns. They, well, so far have been schooled by a vastly superior opposition here. Mamelodi Sundowns looking to maintain their proud record of advancing out of the last 32 of this competition. They progressed past the last 32 in their in 24 appearances. They've only failed twice to make it past this round. They're going to make some changes here. And Mkhulise, the players to come on. And I'm going to get Brian Mate in a moment, who's sitting alongside me, to give us his thoughts on it's actually a triple change that's about to happen. Tapelo Masego, who's also seen very little action this season, is also going to get a run out, as is Kobamelo Kodisa. Brian Mate, your thoughts?
Victor Bondarenko would say, attack, attack, attack. That's exactly what they want to do. Mamelodi Sundowns, they want to increase their tally and add some mileage on some of the players that you've just mentioned. Kobamelo, they need to add some mileage on those legs, and this is perhaps the perfect game for them.
Back underway now. If you are just joining us, the visitors are in all white and almost immediately being forced into an error. They are Sibanye Golden Stars, a team who hail from Virginia, the mining town of Virginia. It's a team of miners, a team formed on the mines, thus carry the name of the mine. Sibanye Gold is the mine there for which they work, and as I mentioned earlier, 4 of the players in the starting lineup actually work on the mine, including the captain. And they are getting a run out here against their more illustrious opinion, and they've really had a very physical approach to the game, Brian Mate. They've gotten stuck in and often bordering on reckless and dirty.
That's the instructions from the coach. Whether it's helping their cause, I don't think so. Because you commit fouls in your own half, you're putting yourself under more pressure.
Free kick here for Sundowns. It will be Maema once again taking the responsibility from set pieces. Keeper gets it away. Not conventional, but effective in the end to get it away. We are hearing that Sibanye Golden Stars are preparing a triple change of their own. Fighting fire with fire. Just confirming the lineups for you there on the bottom of your screen scrolling. Sundowns making 10 changes to the starting lineup for this one. 10 changes from a team that beat Magesi in midweek. Let's have a look at this. Oh, goodness me, what was that? That was really, really poor. Right, the referee is going to allow the changes to happen now. And let's see who's coming on. Rangadi, it looks like will be the first to be. Weletsang Rangadi is a defensive midfielder, the number 19. It's going to be the first to come on and making way. See, Masilo Khosi and Bauti and Makaeta are the ones going off. Leslie Mahakwe is the other one coming on. He is a attacking player, can also play as a striker. And he's the one who's going to come on. Mahakwe is going to be coming on for Ndozo Maketa, who was booked in that first half. Obas. And then the third change that came on was Samuel Dikwebe. Samuel Dikwebe is also an attacking player.
That's good intentions. He wants to play more attack, take the risks. Can't be sitting back and add numbers. It's no longer about conceding. It's about at least getting something, a goal. You know, you go back and say we should at least score a goal. Start attacking. That creates and showcases your skill set.
When they asked them the question, le bapetse jwang? Che re joue. Bokae. 24-0.
And then he announced it for 24. In order to le barakai.
Ne lo etsa mo.
Ne le etsa. Ho etsa etseng? Ba re kgeleki.
So you've got to have something to show for your efforts for the long trip to Johannesburg. Masego, goal kick. In fact, the referee has given it looks like a corner. Looks like it's a corner that's been given. Diving in there was Mpolo. Nowhere near the ball. And I didn't think he caught Masego either, so Tapelo Masego milking that one a little bit. He's made 4 appearances this season, Masego, all off the bench. Only 4 and all off the bench. That one went out of play and came back in.
It's going to be some serious firepower that's going to be introduced by Mamelodi Sundowns, I tell you. But those 3 players are just warming up. At some point there might be Alende is likely to come on. Shadi Lida and so.
Also an opportunity, of course, for the referee, for the coach to try things, try combinations and see what he's got. They've got he's spoken in his pre-match chat to Lerato Pavone that they've got a hectic schedule ahead of them. They're going to be, so he's going to need all the depth that he can get, and you know, he's going to need different combinations. So don't be surprised when he's bringing the likes of, you know, Ayende off the bench, because you'll be thinking, like, what for? I mean, is there really a need? Well, there is a need to have a look at, as I said, different combinations of players. February is another busy month for them.
It's also good in terms of adding a bit of mileage. Some of the players who are not regulars, just to take the balance, try and deal with the hectic schedule they have.
6 matches they have scheduled for February. So it's really no rest for the wicked, as they say. Up next for them in the Premiership will be Lamontville Golden Arrows. They host them here next weekend, next Sunday. Masego there teasing his man Mashiro. Mashiro is another Mamelodi born player in this lineup, along with Malibongo Koza. There was a time when Sundowns very intentionally There's a chance here. Oh, that would have been spectacular from Sales. His intentions were very clear, and he just juggled it and set it up for himself. And the keeper makes a good save.
It's about time he hits the target. Shows his class, good composure there. Timed his run quite well. That's a good shot.
Good skills.
And he had time on the ball as well. Just the technique, he got it so right. Full laces.
Yeah, that would disappoint the coach of Stars in the sense that how does a man have that much time? Bring it down off his chest, allows the ball to sit up and then take a volley.
So much ball watching.
Caught in possession here, Mashiwo, but he's isolated his Mukitimi. Slips a ball, and this is a promising opportunity. Oh! He scores! That's a Mujali Famukhatla! Ronald Williams will be bitterly disappointed with that. It goes under his body. And the Golden Stars have found a goal, something to show for their efforts. Yaubira, as you were saying, Brand Martin.
Look at the movement, the timing of the run, the decision making, the clinical finish. He hasn't been tested, and just when he gets tested, he gets beat. That's Ronan Williams. Well taken, grass cutter, as they say. Well set up for him. Good decision making, looks up. That glancing look made a huge difference in terms of his decision making. Beauty. Sister Sekili, man.
Wonderful, wonderfully worked goal. Great work from Mukitimi as well. We got the assist there, but what a finisher from Mujalifa Mukhatla. But Ronan Williams, who set such high standards for himself, will be so disappointed with that. In fact, just over the last few weeks, Ronan Williams has not been himself. He's made some uncharacteristic mistakes, and no one will beat himself more over that than he will. He is his own hardest, toughest critic. And as I said, sets himself very high standards, and that falls way below what you expect from Ronan Williams. At the other end, can Sundowns restore their 3-goal cushion?
You know, the toughest thing for a keeper, he's got to keep himself sharp, alert all the time. And for the first 45 minutes, he wasn't tested. And suddenly, he gets to be tested. And with a grass cutter like that, it's always tricky.
Cut back here. And now Masego with a cut back. And away from the danger area. Now, they could get... Oh, he's offside. Went too early there, Mukitimi.
What?
Was caught offside.
What is happening with the Sundowns defense? They look so disjointed, but give credit. Of course, Sibanye. They come out with Pepo's agency, aggression, and it has paid off.
The referee has stopped play then, and keeping a watchful eye on things there. Doctor, by the way, I can confirm, Dr. Kola Sitela. I'm sure there's got a message to say that he's not medically trained, he's a medical doctor. Take a look at the goal again, Mukitimi.
The beauty of the pass, the decision making, the technique, always tricky. Bearing in mind, they watered the field at halftime. So that ball skates, it makes it so difficult for the keeper. Well taken.
Well, I think I like the fact as well that Mukhatla took it first time, and I think that's maybe what caught Ronan Williams off guard as well. Perhaps they wouldn't have expected it to come at him that quickly. Meantime, by the way, we make another change of Sundowns. Aseko Tiwani is just checked in. Now, giving chase here, it runs away. It was a little bit... Just ran away from Batusi Aubas.
He's been absent. He needs to take control of situations in that midfield.
You can't help but be pleased for the rookies and the minnows of say rookies, but this is actually their second run in the Nedbank Cup for Rainbow, for the Sibanye Golden Stars. First one was in the 2015-16 season when they were knocked out in the last 32 by Mbombela United. And then, by the way, they reached this stage by beating Kimberley Saints by 2-1. I was saying this is where it starts for the teams in the in the PSL and the Motsepe Foundation Championship. For for Golden Stars, they played 15 matches before to get to this stage. 15 matches. That is why also they find themselves a bit far lower in terms of the locked standings in the ABC Motsepe League in the Group 1B. They've only played 4 matches. They're about 3 matches behind the rest because of the amount of matches they've been playing in the qualifying rounds of the Nedbank Cup. So it's a long journey to get to this stage of the competition for the amateur sides.
It's also an achievement to play that many games and you end up having to play one of the big sides.
It's a reward.
It's a reward.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a major achievement for these young players.
Of course, in that lockdown season, the COVID year, when we had the games played behind closed doors, there were no teams from the SAFA leagues involved due to the constraints were there because of COVID and the resources that had to be in terms of accommodating all those clubs. It would have been way too difficult to accommodate all these clubs at that point, all these teams. So it was decided that it would be only now. Could be something on here again. Mogata on a brace. Mogata set it up for a second. Oh, they've got a second. They've got another one. Sibanye Golden Stars are shining here in the second half. We have a game on out of absolutely nowhere. Well, it's Rankadi comes off the bench.
And it does. He makes, I mean, look at the composure. So much. The class, knowing what happens when players and defenders are under pressure. He makes a good run, times it quite well. He knew there will be a potential for a slight tackle. He shows his class in terms of the composure. Well set up. Is someone new man?
Mugata there sending Musabebusa to fountains. And then the finish applied and really set it up. He couldn't miss from there.
So. Nicely so.
Oh, wonderful football. Wonderful football from Sibanye Golden Stars.
That's a gold performance.
Game on. We have half an hour to play here. Sundowns have a fight on their hands here. Zales. Football. Football, someone once said.
Real death.
I think it was the great Sir Alex Ferguson that said, football. Bloody hell. Incredible.
It is.
A game that seemed to be petering out to an inevitable outcome. Suddenly,
it's on.
It's game on.
It is.
Who would have thought? Who would have thunk? Goodness me. They are going to have such a party, regardless of what happens.
Yes.
They scored 2 goals against
the top
South Africa's biggest club.
Yeah.
One of Africa's biggest clubs. He's done a job here as Motsitse Mulaluki, the coach.
Whatever he said in that change room has had an impact. The changes that he's made as well have had an impact. The belief of saying you can't do it.
Yeah.
First half happened. Second half is our chance. It's an opportunity. It's another chance for you to perform, to showcase your abilities. Whatever happens here, they'll put up a show.
as things stand, they are winning the second half.
Yeah.
You know, you've often heard coaches saying, all right, we got hammered there in the first half, let's go win the second half.
Yep.
Now, Kulise well off target. Well, there might be a few nervy moments out there now. They will get anxious. Because if they get another break like that, Golden Stars, we could be talking something else. As I said, this is a competition that in a year, so far by the way, in this year's season's competition and in this last 32 round, results have gone pretty much as you would expect, with the teams from the higher divisions winning through to the next round. We haven't had any upsets, or cupsets as they sometimes call them. This one would be even for this game to go into extra time, would be an upset of sorts. But we've got a lot of football to be played, and it's Sundowns on attack here. Mahema away from a danger area. It's Mukitimi on the ball again, gets the free kick.
The great Tebo Mayapelu will say, just because you were leading half time, Ahona therefore. You are
now. Haina therefore.
Haina therefore.
Yeah, basically, nothing is guaranteed.
Yeah, it's not
in this game.
No.
It's played 11 men versus 11. And that is why on any given day, anyone can win. Masego with a great run there and a great ball to pick him out. Capello Masego. Well intercepted, and referee waves play on. Sundowns still looking to attack. Kodisang twisting one way then the other. Chips one there, looking for the run of Masego. Suddenly the keeper is also looking more confident. Mojalefa Mokhatla there,
too casual.
A little bit too casual. A man who scored the first to make it 3-1. Mahema and Obas combining there. Johannes. Isn't the best pass back to Libusa, but it got there. Space and time here for Kodisang's ball in.
Now, here's a strange situation. If you look at Saleh's height, you'd be expecting a variation in terms of how Sundowns play. He's good playing on the feet, but then the height presence that he's got, they should be utilizing him based on those kind of qualities. And so far, it hasn't been the case.
When he first arrived here, we thought that Sundowns had brought in that target man, that big animal that Paul Dolezal used to speak of, a man who could be the focal point of attacks. But he hasn't turned out to be that player.
No,
you know,
he hasn't.
He's very comfortable with the ball played at feet. So he's not that guy who's going to be the classic big number 9.
But he needs a coach that will be able to bring out those sort of qualities to say, yes, I can see you can play it on feet, but then again, what else can you do? You've got the height. Let's try and use the height advantage in certain situations. You remember there was a Lungisane Ndlela that played for this team as well. He was a tall player.
Yes, Lungisane Ndlela. I remember Kevin Hunt used to give him a stick about his lack of aerial prowess for the big man. Kevin Hunt used to say you can't slip in a piece of paper under his feet when he jumps.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't jump high enough. Yeah. So yeah. By the way, Sundowns have Jaden Adams, their newest recruit from Stellies, and there could be a fourth here! And it'll stand, and it's Salas that walks it into the net. A mistake there at the back. Mix-up amongst the defenders. They were looking for an offside flag that never came. And Salas, we were just talking about, helps himself to a goal. Listen, you don't see a big man do that often, eh?
And I think they were expecting him to do that because it's something that probably is done at training.
That celebration right. For a big guy.
Yeah.
Well, that will ease the nerves a bit. Yeah, that was poor, really, from Golden Stars defensively. How do they not get that ball away?
Yeah, it's one of those situations where
it's not offside.
I'm looking at it from the side. It didn't look like it was offside.
I mean, it ricochets off. You can't say that no. Salas played the ball. It wasn't a pass.
It wasn't.
So it was an attempted clearance that ricocheted off the player. I don't think you could call that offside. Anyway, there you go. A two-goal cushion now for Sundowns that should ease the nerves, and surely now the job is done, even with 20 minutes still to play.
We are all about goals. Wouldn't mind more goals in this kind of situation. It's an open game, and I think very much an open game, and I'm happy that the posture of Sibanye has improved. They're willing to attack more, they take risks. It's okay. You concede there and there, but put up a show.
By the way, Salas may not be. There's a football upside flag this time against Masego. He's no slouch when in the air. He can get up, as we saw him set up a goal for his countrymen in midweek, where he got up really well to nod a ball down for Lucas Ribeiro Costa to produce a spectacular finish. 20 minutes remaining in the game.
It's funny we're talking about Salas and his ability to get up. He was a short player who was very good aerially. Remember Simba Marumu?
Yeah, who wore the yellow and gold, or the gold and blue of Mamelodi Sundowns?
Yeah, short as he was, but he could get up high enough to get it on target.
He certainly had a massive spring on him.
He did.
Araipa Simba Marumu, and actually ironic you should mention Simba Marumu, because he grew up in Virginia, where these Sibanye Golden Stars fellas come from. So there you go, bit of synergy there in this story. More changes on the way. Sundowns gonna make their final change, and they want to get another one here. Oh, the keeper misjudged it again, and goes behind for a goal kick. Artur Salas, so that goal, by the way, takes his tally to 3 in all domestic competitions. Here comes Jaden Adams then to get a rousing applause as he makes his debut. Sundowns' new number 44, signed from Stellenbosch FC, and as you can see, it's a very popular signing that Sundowns have made, just to add to their galaxy of stars. Now, keeper read that well, was too close to the keeper. Now at the other end, Mukitimi invited to do a little bit of show what his name is about. Mukitimi, this elder statesman of this side, 34 years old. Mafanyane Mukitimi.
I think it's something that they've spoken about with the keeper, Kakase, to say, look at me, I'll make those runs and distribute, good distribution there.
Jaden Adams, 23 years old, played all his football at Stellies up to now.
They are watching Stellies, and they ran riot, of course, on Friday.
Yes, absolutely.
They ran riot. I'm not going to mention how much they went through, but what a game.
Well, I tell you now, Sundowns are building quite a contingent of Cape Townians here. Jaden Adams joining Tashrik Matthews and Ikram Reines. And of course, Keegan Johannes as well. He's from that part of the world.
Well, maybe we should say there's an invasion of the Cape Townians into Joburg. Because you look at Orlando Pirates, they've got...
Yeah, another one from Stellies. Talking about
Chiefs had started
former
already.
Stellies captain. Chiefs already have Ashley Dupree, Dino. That's the player you're referring to.
Well, good work. I think they've been a conveyor belt of talent, Stellies.
That's what they do, really.
Yeah.
They are a selling club. That is the business model. And gosh, they've done it well. They've done it very well. Of course, numbers are all speculative in terms of what they pay for players and or what they receive for their players.
Happened? Is it the same situation? What happened now?
What just happened there now? It's Mokhat.
Is it an off-the-ball incident?
Looks like it's an off-the-ball. Well, Aubas recently got a straight red, of course, in the CAF Champions League. And I think that Mokhatla is... wow, this is quite dramatic. I did not quite see whether there was something off the ball. But the way he looks like he's in pain. Have a look at this.
Let's have a look at this. Let's see. Build up. There's...
Hey?
I
didn't see anything there. I don't know if he walked into Aubas's shoulder or what happens there. There's a lot of animated people on the sidelines there as well. I don't know whether the fourth official would have seen anything. Mesakona Makalima. Yeah, but he's still down, is Mujalifa Mokhatla. And the way he went down really looked like he had taken a major blow. Oh boy, that's not he's good. Reaching for his pocket. It's red again. Batusi Aubas. This is shocking. Back-to-back matches. Sundowns with a player sent off.
I would like to see that again.
Wow, we're going to need a better angle for that. But it's another red card for Mamelodi Sundowns. Another red card for Batusi Aubas. This is not good at all. This is a bad indicator of the discipline for Sundowns. There is an elbow.
No, there is an elbow, and there's a deliberate elbow that he raised. And he thought no one was watching. That's a deliberate.
Unnecessary. Now that is the highest form of ill discipline.
Yeah, it is.
For what? Totally uncalled for. Ill discipline from a very experienced player. You know, you can shake your head all you like. You know what you did. That's violent conduct.
Yeah.
That's very disappointing for a player of his experience. Supposed to be one of the senior players in the side. And you know, against a different opposition, he would have put his team in a very awkward position now. He's left his team in a very awkward position, having to play out 22 minutes with 10 men. Or should I say 18 minutes, or the 17 minutes that are remaining of the game. 13 minutes rather.
That's it.
Get the arithmetic right at some point.
Yeah, well,
but Dr. Sitela there, the referee had no hesitation. He went straight for the red card.
Well spotted. Well spotted, actually. Well spotted.
Anyway, here is Sundowns. Interception there. Good work. Sundowns down to 10 men for the remaining 12 minutes of the game. Now, Kodisang, Ntunyelo, in fact, that Tiwani, I beg your pardon, has to do a bit of running here. Mosalibusa. Well, look, the victory looks almost certain for Sundowns here. But when they have their post-mortem of this game, I think there needs to be some really tough, strong words spoken amongst themselves, even from the coach himself. This is not, the second half has not been what they would have wanted.
No.
Just until the way the second half played out, and just to make matters worse, then you get a player sent off for a straight red for violent conduct and off the ball incident as well. Needless, no danger at all. It was just actually a moment of madness. It's petulance of the highest. I don't know what it is, or why that was necessary. Mukhatla was not challenging him.
Let's say maybe he's going through something that we don't know, because, as you say, there was just a needless, challenge.
And actually, Miguel Cardoso was asked about the ill discipline that's seemingly creeping into the Sundowns side, and he said, he rejected that idea that there is ill discipline amongst the Sundowns players, but the evidence doesn't support that assertion. Salibusa. Sundowns now just look to manage the game from here on. Nice pass to Sales Masego here. Not the right touch there, but still alive. No, that first touch let him down. I think wrong option. Turning back into traffic. Thought it was there to be hit first time, but it came on his right boot. Not too comfortable there. Tiwani, Jaden Adams. Jaden Adams. Nice little ball over the top here. There's two of them on there. The keeper's like waiting for There was no offside. He was waiting for an offside call. Oh, it does come. The flag does come. Eventually, he stopped playing the goalkeeper. Almost paid the price, but there was a flag from Jimmy Kabula.
Was it offside?
Well, who plays the ball here?
I want to see it.
Well, who played the ball? Because Salish was not offside.
Was it clearly so offside?
There's a change going to happen now for Golden Stars. It is Nsoa who's going to come on. Hopelang Nsoa is checking in. Hopelang Nsoa to be the last change then for our visitors this evening. Attacking midfielders in Soa as well. Now it's on here for Kodisang. Is he going to pass it off? Oh, he went. Great save there. Wonder, give credit to the keeper there. Bangase produces a great save, but Masego will not be happy with Kodisang. Kodisang was a little bit selfish there. It was on for him to take on, but I thought Masego was better placed.
You're absolutely right. But you're talking about a player who's not a regular in the club, and he gets a chance to get a goal to boost his confidence. I thought it was on target. He had done well there. Yes, he could have set up his teammate, Masego, but he went for glory. He didn't miss it. It's just the keeper did a great save.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Masego would have walked the ball into the net.
Yeah, he would have.
But you're right. You know, a player who hasn't played, a player who hasn't scored yet, Govamelo Kodisang, that was, he just saw his name in lights. That he would have had his first for Sundowns there. But keeper produces his first goal for Sundowns in the PSL, because he has got a game in the CAF Champions League, but yet to get off the mark in domestic competition. Let's look at these goals then for Golden Stars. This was great work from Mojalefa Mogata.
Well-worked goals. Piercing passes through the Sundowns defense, and the finishing was exquisite. And this is here where you have defenders panicking.
Intense provider.
Yeah, intense provider. Clinical finish. Sundowns here, they were starting to panic, and the confidence was pretty high on Sibanye.
Musalibusa there sent sliding and all the way to Fountains Valley there. As Mokata there slammed on Hamur, as the late
Sheikh Skumane would say.
But there are a few makarapa with people who actually wear makarapa for work purposes.
Yes.
That are on display. What happened to the keeper? As he made that save, he did his shoulder. Maybe he landed awkwardly on that shoulder after. He was at full stretch for that save.
Looks like it. Now he needs to be patched up.
Is that the Sundowns physio that's come across to help out? Looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice to see, though. It's nice to see.
Yes, it is.
Because they don't have a physio with them. Maybe could be a chance here for the reserve keeper, Letisi Lituma, to get a run. So it looks like we're not going to see the 16-year-old Tapelo Medi. I think Bangase they hurt himself as he was at full stretch to make that great save to deny Mamelodi Kodisang. Here it is, Brian.
Well taken shot. There's nothing wrong, but it's the goalkeeping. There was quite excellent in terms of making the save. Made himself bigger, but still had some job to do in terms of pumping it onto the side. That's superb goalkeeping. I'm sure he'd want to finish this game. He's done well.
Yeah. Well, I wonder what he will make of this performance here. Of course, the result is ultimately what matters, but I think there's a lot of things that will not have pleased him. Miguel Cardoso and Steve Compella there to his right as the coach there. Mutsitse Molalugi, the 34-year-old. I wonder whether they'll have Monday off from work. They won't have to report for duty on Monday.
They'll be celebrated.
Yeah, they deserve a day off, I think.
They deserve that.
That was the one that got it started. Malibongwe Khoza with the easiest of headers.
Good timing. Towered over the ball, got it right.
Tell you what, the supporters of that have traveled, that made the trip from the mines there, are enjoying themselves on the far side there. They're in full voice. It's been a beautiful occasion for their team. Listen, they've scored 2 goals against the mighty Mamelodi Sundowns.
And it's not just 2 goals.
2 brilliant goals.
2 brilliant goals.
Yeah. I think in the end, naivety is what did them. They were exposed for being a little bit naive at times, I think.
And those are the good lessons to know that...
oh, they allow it to bounce to the Sundowns defenders there, and then Mukitimi has latched onto it. Must say I'm impressed as well with the display of fitness here from the amateurs. Normally, what happens with these games against between the top tier sides like Sundowns, when you play the lower division sides, they tend to run out of gas, you know. But this Golden Stars side, there's been some. I mean, you see that run that Mukitimi made there, and in the 90th minute. So it's very impressive levels of fitness. See the signal there, minimum of 5 minutes as Masego can show his pace. Kept it in play. Sits his man down without even trying. Jaden Adams.
You know, for a minute, I had a reflection of the great Skarangoves when he did that. You know, in terms of composure and a stylish way of controlling the ball. And so rest in peace.
Yes, indeed. Gosh, the number of times we've said may his soul rest in peace in this broadcast alone.
Yeah.
The number of people who have lost in the football family way before their years.
And their careers, which is blossoming. I mean, the late Gift Leremi, who was part of the Sundowns team.
In fact, you mentioned Gift Leremi, Richard Henyekani,
who
was also amongst the goals in that 24-0 win for Mamelodi Sundowns. Mukitibi could be in here! So close, so close. See, yeah, Richard Henyekani was amongst the goals that in that famous win in Kimberley, which happens to be his hometown, by the way, for the late Richard Henyekani, who also, of course, it was as the referee's going to allow the change to happen, as Chakana is a player who is going to come on. Chakana, he's a right back, and by my reckoning, this should be the last change they can make, so young Medi is not going to get a run out. Let's come on for Thabo Meko is Chakana. That is their 5th and final change.
You know, the good thing about this sort of games for such teams is for the next 3-5 weeks, they've got this confidence about themselves. We've played a big team, we scored goals, we played good football at times. It just helps you to grow. Well,
listen, after this, it's now back to the focus of trying to play catch up with the games that they are behind the rest. They're now playing in an 8 because one of the teams fell off. That was Celtic. That they started with a 9 in their Free State Group 1B. There was 9 teams, and then Celtic fell out, Bloemfontein Celtic. So they're now down to 8 teams. So Tiwane there wins the. Oh, looks like the signal is a goal kick. Yeah, Tiwane thought he should have had a goal kick there, a corner. Not so. Not so, says Mr. or Dr. Paula Sitela. This has been a wonderful occasion for the amateurs, the gold miners. They shone bright here at Sibanye Golden Stars, and will have sweet memories of this night.
Definitely will do. It's at Loftus against the serial winners in Mamelodi Sundowns. You were trailing at some point, then you come back in the second half, you scored 2 beautiful goals.
Do players still swap jerseys? I don't know if that's still a thing.
I haven't
anymore.
seen that in a long time.
I don't see it. I don't see it happen often anymore. Hope it'll happen. Here's Salis. Can Sundowns wrap it up here? Chance for Kodisang, and this time he makes sure. And that is his first in PSL competitions for Mamelodi Sundowns. In fact, Kabomelo Kodisang was not to be denied. He was not to be denied this time around.
Gets into a good area, good anticipation, presence of mind, good finishing. It's good for his confidence. A certain gentleman, Kevin Johnson, is probably watching and admiring this young man.
And an easy finish in the end. His first goal in the PSL since his days at Bidvest of Hertz in 2017, when he scored in a 2-2 draw against another Free State team, and also Free State Stars. But there you go then. In the end, an emphatic win, as you would have expected. But they were certainly made to sweat. Were last season's runners-up, the 6-time champions of the Nedbank Cup. Miguel Cardoso, you can see none too pleased.
Yeah.
But the cherry on the cake put there by Kodisang. And well, the result went as expected by Mate, but these men from the mines of the Free State can walk off with their heads held high.
They definitely will do that because they put up a show. Of course, the first half was more like a learning camp for them. They came up much sharper, they started believing in themselves, their abilities, and they put up a show. I think the first 15 minutes they were on fire. They scored the 2 goals, and you're playing against a classy side. The few changes that Sundowns made a huge difference. They changed the gears. They scored the goals that they needed to consolidate their lead. And that's exactly what happened. But this is their experience, which they will take with pride.
And there you have it then. A wonderful occasion for the amateurs there, but it's ended in defeat. Mamelodi Sundowns march on this. Mamelodi Sundowns 5, Sibanye Golden Stars 2.
Well, it is a Mamelodi Sundowns that moved to the next round of the Nedbank Cup, the round of 16. After a victory here at home, I am now joined by the Nedbank Cup man of the match, Mojalefa Mokhatla, with 2 goal involvements. Congratulations, Obutwaka. This will surely be a night to remember for Wena.
Yeah, Alexi, thank you. I can imagine the way I'm presenting opportunity for Nedbank or team in so ke le bua majita ka tsele re bapetse ka ona ke le bua l'opportunity Mamelodi Sundowns re fileng yona le Nedbank ke a leboha.
Ha re bua ka hore go changileng in that second half, because first half le consider very early on in the game, but ha le etswa in the second half alba bontshe that respect la khona gore le khutle mo gaming.
So ka half time re kena ka dressing room, so re buile gore ba fet re ba respect le too much first half and ba thotse 3 goals. So le rona jalo ka di player ka tsa bola ka phamise di hlotsa rona, then ra ba fa game. So ntwe re buileng re traile we yetsa, then re scorile 2 goals.
Arbueka, this experience, what did it mean for Lona as the players tsa Sibanye hore le travel le tswe ko Free State le tle mona le khone gore le tlalele one of the best teams in South African football?
Yeah, ke le opportunity ya Nedbank ha be tsacho le tsele ne re bapala ka ona qualifier o tla yi bana ba ikemiseditsa holo majita, so ke nana ke engwe ya ntho le reng e re thusitsa holo o fihleletse stage se re se fihlileng.
Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
That is Mojalifa with 2 goal involvements. He had a goal and also provided that assist. I am joined by his coach, Coach Mulalogi. Coach, appreciate your time. Let's just talk tactics. What was so different in the first half? What you fixed coming into that second half to at least try to get a fighting chance?
Yeah, sister, I think Banibal is scared there. After second half, second half, yeah, the corner babata bolo so maybe like in the na my head, but if it's bona, but for Free State Ijwa.
How do we get to a king into we changing really in the second half because Rabona in the second half no force Mamelodi Sundowns to get a mistake and again until we believe. Or if we force them to make mistakes, we can be able to capitalize on the opportunity in Taron.
Okay, this boy Rankali is too rough. Petiti Leslie is too rough. So give on to make shot Rabona, keep it for it. Second half, you're talking about Namatabo Nagatiba. I thought that the changes the game. So Giboni for maybe keep it late. I should start maybe keep a Kinyaka high top color. I sent it to half time. Maybe for 2 malele game, but game in Telejuan. It's not a hotel half timing. But game is in Lijuan, level at Teguan.
Omotlo Hakanankanang Katim end the way, Ibapeting Kateng. Yes, it's a defeat at the end, but Horibaka who consider so early, Babeli Chansinyana mo gaming, with the way Baba Peting Kateng.
Yeah, Kakalaga Gulunyana, Eliana, you. Kinano, you're not taking Kalusama to ne? So, after Bako Rue, it got happy by the positive because Babata was a build a bolo to Amorao, which is Sundowns Sion. But I tell you, but don't press at the same time because Bateba for maybe it's a leaking a fast. So, I save the taxi system already to get a fee. Mare, happy man, happy. Maybe if you have about to red cat, Nikita Tamagri, you got a good lady, Mare, I don't know the winner Batakati.
Hard luck, coach, today.
Thanks a lot.
That is Coach Mutsite Molalogi of Sibanye Golden Stars. Come here saying that, yes, it's a defeat at the end, but I'm very happy with the performance that the team have put out today. And saying that some of the players that he had kept on the bench, thinking that they will make an impact off the bench, maybe he should have introduced them a bit earlier on. I am now joined by the Mamelodi Sundowns coach, Coach Miguel Cardoso. Coach, appreciate your time. It's a victory at the end, but your summation of the 90 minutes.
No, the victory was not on the end. The victory was from the very beginning. No, it's normal that sometimes it's difficult to focus the player in the players in the best way. We changed a lot of players. We changed players during the game. Mission accomplished, 5 goals. What to say? Nothing more. It's very easy. The game became simple. Then we got the red card. It's obvious that the team to shake a little bit, but 5 goals, nothing to say.
Let's talk about the report card because you talk about the introduction of the players. You spoke about that squad rotation. Just a report card on the players that you saw on the pitch today.
Well, it's normal, some ups and downs. Players, some of them performing better than others. It's important to understand that basically we all train together, but it's really a big investment on changing players. So today we had an objective to win the game, give game time to almost everybody. And try also to manage cards. That's what is really making me a little bit not happy is regarding the situation that we got from Albas, because indeed we should not get any disciplinary questions so that we can proceed for the next games with everybody.
Well, certainly that is a concern just with regards to the red cards. What impressed you about this performance today?
I didn't see what happened exactly, so I cannot speak about that. What I know is that he got a red card. Anyway, he was playing normal. It's not a question of how he was playing. It's a question that we need to manage emotions. I don't really know what happened. So I'll take a look and then we'll see.
But just what impressed you about the performance today? Like you were saying that it was total dominance from the start of the game, but also Sibanye did have a couple of opportunities. What impressed you?
No, the performance was normal for a cup match. When you score in the first minute, you score on the 10th, and then you have to. It's very difficult to focus when a game becomes so easy. Obviously, if you don't pay attention, as we spoke in the beginning, you can suffer, and you can then get nervous, and things don't come out as you want. it would be better to win by 10-0, but in the end we have a score of 5, so we respect the opponent, but there was moments that maybe we didn't respect as we should, but maybe we didn't respect ourselves in the limit we should.
Much appreciated, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That is Coach Miguel Cardoso saying that maybe at the end we didn't respect ourselves enough. We saw the likes of Jaden Adams as well being introduced to the fans, and of course he will now be donning that red, or rather yellow and green for Mamelodi Sundowns. With that said, it is a Masandawana that march on in at the Nedbank Cup, and as they go into the round of 16. Well, from myself, Larato Pafo, it is goodbye and take care.
Stars, in the sense that how does a man have that much time? Bring it down off his chest, allows the ball to sit up and then take a volley.
So much ball watching.
Caught in possession here, Mashiwa, but he's isolated his Mukitimi. Slips a ball, and this is a promising opportunity. Oh! He scores! That's a Mujali Famukhatla! Ronald Williams will be bitterly disappointed. Allows the ball to sit up and then take a volley.
So much ball watching.
Caught in possession here, Mashiwa, but he's isolated his Mukitimi. Slips a ball, and this is a promising opportunity. Oh! He scores! That's a Mujali Famukhatla! Allows the ball to sit up and then take a volley.
So much ball watching.
Caught in possession here, Mashiwa, but he's isolated his Mukitimi. Slips a ball, and this is a promising opportunity. Oh! He scores! That's a Mujali Famukhatla! Ronald Williams will be bitterly disappointed. Allows the ball to sit up and then take a volley.
So much ball watching.
Caught in possession.